Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 18 Schedule Reveal Stream. We are officially underway, a brand new season, and we're going to look at all the user schedules today. As soon as the stream is over, I will drop all of the grids in the server. But yeah, we are here for the Season 18 schedule release made by Rick. We've kind of everything the same as usual. We're doing week 0 again, but the big difference is we've figured out neutral site locations. So our Rose Bowl kickoff will actually be at the Rose Bowl. Our Cotton Bowl kickoff will actually be at the Cotton Bowl. So that's really the big change this season. So we'll go through all 58 user teams, and then I'll post. This will go up on YouTube, and then I'll post all the grids immediately after. Coach Huey with a sub. Thank you, Coach Huey. We got Keaton here, and then Dogwater. It's my retirement time. No, you are not retiring, Slime. All right, let's get on into it. We got 58 schools to go through. So we'll start out with Arizona. So kind of the keys here is your main team color are your home games. And then you can see the @ sign for the away games. The asterisk is for out of conference games. And neutral sites will have it on the right. So Arizona, no neutral site games. But in Eastern Michigan, New Mexico, this is the Bryce Beers roster. Kind of a good draw for Bryce Beers. So they might be able to go to a 3 straight. He might be able to go to 3 straight playoffs. And next up, we've got Auburn. So here's one of our Week 0 matchups. Auburn will be taking on Southern Miss at the Sugar Bowl. It'll be actually at the stadium, which will be a lot of fun. Playing Kenzie on the road, Cincinnati. Bit of a lightweight out of conference schedule. Obviously, Southern Miss probably still the favorite to win the Sun Belt, but nonetheless, a pretty easy schedule here for Auburn. Moving on, next up, we've got the Baylor Bears. Probably on paper, the best game of Week 0 is Tennessee-Baylor in the Cotton Bowl Classic. That'll be fun. Then they go on the road to Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. So really fun out-of-conference schedule here for Baylor. We'll see if they can get back to the national championship 2 years in a row. Next up, Boise State and Coach Dune here. Got Stanford on the schedule. UTSA on the schedule on the road in Week 6. California, Coach Ron, if he's still around, he's going to play Coach Calv. Fresno State on the docket. And then an Oregon home game to kick off conference play. Colorado, Coach Moon. So a neutral site game, the Rocky Mountain Showdown. Outside of Week 0, we do still have 3 static games. So they'll kick off their season in my debut back in coaching against Wisconsin. So that'll be a lot of fun. Got my playbooks in and everything, so excited for that game. That will definitely be on BearCave most likely. Next up, Eastern Michigan. We already saw one of their matchups here, but this is it in full. Got Wyoming, Vanderbilt, Kansas, and Arizona, and then into MAC play. Is this the year Eastern Michigan actually shows up and wins their division? Only time will tell. Now we got Coach Tribe over at Florida. Probably one of the teams that made the biggest jump in the offseason in the transfer portal. They will be taking on Miami in that rivalry game, our Jacksonville kickoff. Then I will play them in Week 2, so that'll be my second game, and they'll be coming to Wisconsin. A lot of tough games, though, there. And then Florida State to end the season. Next up, we got Florida State. Coach Jackie Moon here. Nebraska on the slate. Penn State on the slate. Got Fresno State. So some very fun games there. Florida as well. Very tough non-conference for sure. Now we got Coach Kennelly. There's one for Coach Keat going at Arkansas here. They'll face Minnesota as well. Definitely the odds-on favorite to win the Mountain West. Georgia Southern here, and Coach Coco, Cole Castle's debut, will be against Temple. Pretty easy out-of-conference slate, and then they go into the Sun Belt, hopefully hoping to win their division. Georgia Tech and Coach Mike, our New Heights Classic. Your game day for Week 0 will be Georgia Tech taking on UTSA. The debut a day night in Guyot. And then they have Southern Miss, they have Baylor on the schedule, and they finish it off with Georgia. This has been announced, Dogwater. I don't know why you're waffling. It was literally announced. Like 3 weeks ago. Now going to Illinois, the Beanie Babies will start out against Texas Tech, Stanford, Army, Wisconsin in Week 4, so mark that one on your calendar, Beanie Baby fans, as a loss. Then a pretty easy, a bit of a rough slate there in the 11-12-13 matchup. That's a tough road stretch there, definitely, for the Beanie Babies. The 11 through 13. Now we go to Coach Nathan or his assistant, whoever's controlling the team, the Indiana Hoosiers. They'll face Boston College, Kentucky, Colorado State, and California. Now we go to the Iowa schools. We got Jamarcus McNutt. They'll face Coastal Carolina in the Orange Bowl kickoff, and then the Cyhawk Week 4, this time at Jack Trice. Battle of the Beak is back, of course. And then your defending national champions, Week 0 against Hawaii, the Peach Bowl kickoff. Then they're going to go on the road to Minnesota. That'll be a fun one. Obviously, the Cyhawk. And then a very interesting slate. They got all the toughest teams really at home except going on the road to Oklahoma. This is also the first time I'm looking at any of these schedules, too. So, Kent State, Coach Blazing. We got BYU in the Charlotte kickoff game against the new coach over there. Michigan State and Jay Jettas is on the slate. Very interesting. Louisville and Coach Calv in the AAC. Got California on the schedule, Temple. No Rutgers. They dodge Rutgers, it seems. Now Coach Lama, he'll start it out on the road against UNC. What a game that might be. North Carolina, LSU, LaVelo Blackley, Bob Rubshaw, potentially the second quarterback taken off the board in the upcoming draft. You got Wake Forest, Texas A&M, at Arkansas, Week 7, the Battle of the Golden Boot. Very, very fun. Just going through these. It's not in alphabetical order. I thought it was. So it's like slightly alphabetical order. I don't know what this listing is, but we got the Maryland Terrapins up next. Syracuse is going to be the debut. They got Penn State in the non-conference. And then finish off with two tough road games against users, Florida State and Iowa. Now we got Miami, Coach Eisen. Once again, playing Florida to kick it off. 3-game home games. That Michigan game in Week 3 is going to be very tough. This is a team that wants to take the next step and actually make the playoff. Next up, we got Michigan. We got Coach Mango always complaining about his schedule. I think this one's a little bit more manageable in the non-conference. You got Miami on the road. Sure, that might be tough. But you got Kenzie. You got a completely destroyed Hawaii and Navy. I think they'll be okay, even though they do have 3 road games to finish the year. Next up, we got Michigan State coach Jay Jettas. First time he's ever been the Michigan State head coach. He's going to start out against Purdue. He has SMU on the schedule. UTSA on the schedule. Kent State. And then Wisconsin week 5. So we do play in that interdivision game this season, Jay Jettas. So that'll be a lot of fun. Next up, we got Coach Airborne, NC State. So Oklahoma State to kick it off. Poppy Showtime. Hopefully he's healthy this season. Now here is the schedule for Coach Rick. The Western Kentucky is who he drew in the Citrus kickoff. Iowa State will be a very tough game. Fresno and Army. So definitely one of the harder schedules across the nation here. And then week 14, the Mod Bowl. Rick versus TC. And Paul Bunyan's axe. I don't even know why it's an axe. Who cares? I'm looking forward to beating up on Rick. Nebraska's up next. Coach Zach at Florida State week 1. We saw that. UCLA, Missouri, and Colorado in week 14. I don't even know who Paul Bunyan is, buddy. For a second, I thought I'm mixing him up with Paul Revere. I'm like, why does the dude who signaled the British were coming have an axe? I don't know. So here's Cyril Axe's Brio. The highest overall team in Season 18 will face LSU, Coastal Carolina, South Carolina, and Notre Dame week 12. That'll be a lot of fun. That's a big matchup late in the season. Next up, we got Notre Dame, who's kicking it off in the Fiesta kickoff against Ohio. They got Baylor, BYU, a very interesting schedule here. Stanford, they got their Syracuse game. So a lot of fun going on in this schedule. We'll see if Notre Dame can get back to the CFP. Now we got Ohio here. Ohio Mania has got Alabama on the schedule, Kansas, and San Jose State. Pretty easy schedule there with a couple of chances to increase their seeding if they were to make a run to the playoff. Next up, we've got Oklahoma State. Coach Fed, he's starting out with NC State. Got Rice on the schedule, Buffalo, and Tulsa. Coach Chumtoad. Next up, we got Ole Miss, Coach Bodie. FIU, Memphis, Washington State, Tulane. Looks like he chose the easy schedule. But 3 tough games there to end the season on the road. Next up, we got KJ over at Oregon State. Navy, UTEP, so both on the road to kick off the season. Also drew UNLV. Penn State and Coach Dave starting out 3 games on the road. They'll start out with a conference game to kick off the season. Maryland in week 4, West Virginia, and Pittsburgh are their other non-conference games. And they'll finish the season against Michigan State. Now we got Rutgers, Coach Kenzie. Auburn, Wisconsin, and UTEP. A very tough non-conference this year for Coach Kenzie. He has a string of 4 straight home games, though, in the middle of the season before finishing up with Temple. San Diego State up next. We've got Stanford. We got Kent State, Pittsburgh, Michigan State. Oh, so we got Jay Jettas versus McNasty. That'll be a lot of fun. Next up, we got SMU. Coach Mushbrain, Pittsburgh, and Coach Mills. So we've got Miles Tilley taking on SMU to kick off the season. He's got Jay Jettas as well, and he's facing Oklahoma on the road. Oh, baby. And then TCU at the end of the season. Stanford and the debut of Coach Wind, the #1 recruit as well. Illinois in week 2, Boise State in week 4, and finishing it off with Notre Dame. Syracuse, Coach Rosie, Maryland, Navy, Notre Dame, and Boston College. Fight for the Finger Lakes, week 14. Temple and Coach Boebert, Georgia Southern to kick it off. Virginia Tech, Vandy, and Rice. All right, we got Tennessee next. Coach Nick, he drew Baylor, of course, Charlotte, Troy, and Northwestern. So kind of an easy non-conference there for Tennessee. But it looks like the schedule's not as front-loaded as normal for the Volunteers. They have a very big Week 12 matchup against Auburn. Texas State and Coach Phi. Could this be the year he makes a run at the division? Of course, most of the home games on the back end. UTSA Week 14. Be very interesting to see what happens. UTEP, Navy, Utah, and UCF. Texas Tech, Coach Pizza, Illinois, UNLV, and UTEP and Arkansas to end the season. 4 of his last 5 games are at home. UCF, one of our coaches here. Texas State, Arizona, Virginia, Akron. UNLV and Coach Cryo, San Jose State to kick off the season. Then Tech, Arkansas, Texas, and Oregon State. We got USC now. Hopefully they have a better year this season. Coach Crew will kick it off with Tulsa, Northern Illinois, Notre Dame, and Ball State are their non-conference games. Their last 3 games are all at home. UTEP is next. Coach Florida Man, Nevada, Oregon State, Rutgers, Texas State, and Tech are all of the user games. Or not the user games, but the non-conference games. And now we got Coach Dogwater, our initial game. It will be game day. Got Jay Jettas on the road. Home against Wisconsin. Boise State. So it'll be very interesting here. And then 3 games on the road to end the season. Virginia Tech, Washington here. We got Coach Damien kicking it off against Army in the Rose Bowl kickoff game. Ohio State, that will be a big-time game in Week 2. Got Kansas State and Northern Illinois. Dogwater thinks he's winning that game. Washington State Cougars, Coach Skyflyer. We got Vanderbilt, NC State, Ole Miss, and Rice. Okay, so I think that's it for the previous season users. Now we go to the new users. Air Force. No. Here we go. Arkansas. We got Coach Kidd here. Fresno State to kick it off. LA Tech, his former team. UNLV. And Texas Tech. Too bad there's no Husky Boyle over there, but that's all right. He'll beat up on his former team. A little bit of a free win. Army up next, one of our newer users. Two neutral site games. See if they can make a run at the playoff. Minnesota, Illinois, Western Kentucky. Some big games there for Army. BYU has Kent State, South Florida, Notre Dame, and Utah State. Remember, they are in the Pac-12 here. Dogwater, did we ever play when I was at ECU? I don't think so. Charlotte, Central Michigan, Cincinnati, Clemson. Just want to make sure I don't leave any users out here. Got Navy, our new Navy coach. Oregon State, Syracuse, Texas State. A lot of users. Michigan, Arizona, Western Kentucky, and Georgia. So some tough games here and there for them, but a lot of fun opportunities. Pittsburgh and Coach Mills, SMU Week 1. San Diego State, Ohio State, and Penn State are the non-conference games. The Miles Tilley schedule. Can Pitt win the AAC? That'd be hilarious if Pitt goes to the playoff and UTSA doesn't with Day Night. Moving on. Let's see. Texas and Coach D Sleep. Got LA Tech, North Texas, South Alabama, and UNLV. Doesn't look like D Sleep went too out of the box here with his non-conference games. We'll see how he does in his debut at an actually competitive school. Tulsa, Coach Chum Toad. He's got USC on the road, Bowling Green, Northern Illinois, and Oklahoma State. Got a fun one versus SMU there, Week 11. And Houston to close it out. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Remember, all of the grids will be posted immediately after the stream. Just want to make sure I flash all these user schedules. UAB. No. Vanderbilt. Coach Chetta got fired from Virginia Tech. Went to Vandy. He'll face Washington State, Virginia Tech, Eastern Michigan, and Temple. And then the final one, and the most important one, the Wisconsin Baddies, coached by Coach TC, on the road against Colorado, at home versus Florida, at home versus Rutgers, at Illinois, at Michigan State. I'm going to be 5-0 by the time I face Dogwater, and I'll dog walk him. We'll be undefeated going into Purdue, Indiana. Come on now. Iowa, who even is Iowa? Nebraska, what the fuck, he's a Cornhusker. Northwestern, Minnesota. I don't see a loss on the schedule, folks. I don't see a loss. All I got to say, though, is watch out. Rutgers, Indiana, Iowa, and Northwestern. I'm coming for your players with the visit tampering. So that will do it for the schedule stream. Thank you guys for watching. I will post all of the grids immediately following the stream, so look out for that. You'll be able to see every single team's schedule in a very concise way, and you guys can start waffling or whining about your schedule. But as always, make sure you thank Rick. He puts a ton of work into the schedule, make sure everybody gets the games that they want. For Patreon, and make sure we spent way too much time trying to figure out these neutral site games, and we finally cracked the code last night. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, make sure you get in your preseason changes by Monday night, and then hopefully by the end of the week we'll be streaming week 0. So thank you guys for watching. See you later.